Yeah, kinda sucks. I really wanted to test your brain, but guess won't be working. I'm what? No, well, I already knew that. Alright, so you guys ready to continue? Alright, you've just beaten the battle, you've killed all the guards, and the people have, the infected have run out of the quarantine zone, and there's fighting going on all over the place. Yes, you can see in the distance, like you can't see the fires themselves, but you can see the smoke and the light coming from them. Yep, yep, yeah, they are. Alright, it's for some reason it's really hard to understand you, both Erivor and Diane. I think you might have a pretty shitty headset. Yeah, you might just have to just try to say everything you have to say very clearly. Should work out somehow. All right, so so you want to go through the hole in the wall? Well, you pass through, and you have to kind of wiggle your way through the people that are running out. And as you are inside, there's you see a lot of people like crouching on the floor or looming out of the windows, staring at you. Since you seem to be the cleanest and most well dressed of everybody inside the walls. Well, they are closing in on you though, slowly, like an animal that uh, preys upon. Well, well, as you do so, like the first thing you throw a piece of cheese to the side of the road, and immediately somebody jumps on it, and somebody else jumps on that person, and they start fighting violently, while more and more of the infected are getting drawn to it. However, it seems that some of them are smart enough to know that where that came from there must be more, and they start following you again. Yeah, it's about 500 meter. It's about 500 meters from you. Well, as you keep throwing little bits of food away from you, you see people hopping from a piece of food to piece of food like a frog or something. Like they are bent down to pick it up and then immediately just leap forward for the next part. But as I said, some seem to realize that you have a full bag of food and they just start running towards you. Do an intimidate check, and it's a pretty high DC since they are out of it. Yeah. Well, Erivor, your piece of meat that you throw at one of them uh, at least gets some of their attention, and Blackeye, the rest that are running towards you guys see the pointy blade pointed at them and just slowly start to step backwards, but they keep in range, like they seem to wait for an opportunity. And they seem to circle around you, and all of a sudden you notice you have maybe 10 guys that are standing around you in a circle, so you can only point your blade into one direction. And Eevan is still with you, and he also joins in that, and he starts. Well, it seems that the guys that have surrounded you, some of them uh, are going for the food. Apparently, they think rather take what's there than risk their life for something that they will have to share with the rest anyway. And now you only have like 3 or 4 of them following you, and they quickly disperse as you keep walking on. Well, you run out of food before you're at the town hall, but it seems that it's only about 100 meters. However, the people seem to they see the empty sack, and they just start going for the food that is already lying around. And you now have an empty sack for your inventory. Hooray! All right. As you No, there is one sack of food. Yeah. All right. You come closer to the building and you see the statue that Savoris has been talking about, and it seems to be a statue of some king. You don't recognize the face, however, you assume that it's probably the king of the city. And the town hall behind it, like you have noticed that the closer you got to the town hall, the less infected there were. It seems they stay clear of this building, and it seems to be the only building that isn't like completely in rubbles and completely dirty. Well, the windows are all nailed shut, like they are boarded up, but the door is a really heavy oak door. It's about 3 meters tall actually, and it's a double door. Oh yeah, yeah. You walk up about 5 steps of stairs before you reach the gate, and you walk past 2 pillars that are after the stairs, holding up the second level of the building, and so it's basically like a yeah, it's roofed like the entryway. It doesn't budge. Well, do a perception check. Well, you don't really need to walk around the building. You turn to your left and you immediately see levers on the wall. I'm gonna show you in a second. Now you'll have to give me a second here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, give me a second here. I just need to write up the puzzle. Yeah, it's top row is 1 to 4, bottom row is 5 to 8, and the middle one is 9. And this you see this row this you see this row of numbers written under the levers. Yeah, you can. But what did you say, Erivor? This is a really easy one, folks. You should be able to solve this one. No. You have to tell me which number you want to pull. No. No, you just pull it down. As you pull lever 1, you hear a mechanical noise, and all of a sudden you hear screams from below you. And they sound vicious. Like, it seems to be the voice of an old man, and he seems to be it sounds like it's far away, but it sounds dreadful. Like, it is loud. And they keep continuing. Well, the scream cease. However, you can hear the faint, like a faint moaning or whimpering. You pull the lever, and all of a sudden you hear the blood-curdling screams of a woman. Alright. Look at the row of numbers. Like, there is a missing number. I'm gonna give you this hint. You need to fill in that number. No. You need to fill in that last number that is missing. You hear screams, and this time it's yeah. I know. But this time it is the screams of a child. Are you just gonna try through? Are you just gonna try through all the levers? Well, look at the row of numbers, and like it is a continuous row of numbers. How does it continue in that way? Like, what is missing there? You pull the lever 5, and the gate swings open. Oh yeah, wait. Which levers did you all pull? You pulled number 1, number 3, and number 7, right? All right, I gotta remember that. All right. No. Exactly. Well, if you had just taken a minute and looked at it before you acted, you might have managed to not torture people. At the well, the door has swung open, and you see inside, and it seems everything seems pretty dusty, and it seems pretty empty. Like there is as usual in town halls, there is like a big map on the wall, but it's hanging down from one end, and you don't really. What were you rolling? Well, you heal him 1 hit point. All right, yeah, you heal him for 3 points. Well, wait, I was not finished. Didn't you use them? Well, as like I wasn't finished describing the room. Like you see stairs leading up to the upper floors. However, those stairs are broken down, and at the end of the room of the big hall, you see stairs leading down. However, there is no torches or candles or anything. However, there is a bit of light coming in through the gaps between the boards boarding up the windows. So you yeah, you have low light vision, so you see perfectly well in this room. All right. All right. Well, you all move in there. Oh, not very nice. Um, in fact, the one who just walks in as if it was nothing is Eevan, and he just starts walking in and looks around towards the walls without looking in front of him, and all of a sudden you hear a click when he steps down, and he just falls, and you can faintly see how the stone plate that he stood on just folds down, and he falls in the hole, and then it folds up again. Yep. And here's a little tip. Dread, you have never done this. You're a rogue. Why don't you try to find traps if you're scared of walking in somewhere? You don't need trap finding. Trap finding only gives you a bonus when you're looking for traps. You use perception to look for traps. All right. 'Yeah, you can do that. Well, she can still roll, but Rex, you. Well, still roll, Diane. Or Diane. Okay. Oh, 21. Never seen that before. Well, both of you walk in and you keep an eye on the floor and you see a few more traps and you point them out to Dread so he doesn't just step on them. Okay. Well, you get to the. Alright, you follow close behind them, and when you reach the stairs, they are winding stairs that go down, and it is. You see a bit of light shining from the bottom of the stairs. Alright, you walk down the stairs, and well, if you want to look for traps on the stairs, you can. You can. Oh, he rolled a natural 20. That means you can't get higher than him. Well, you look on the stairs and you run around the stairs like on your all your fours, hands and feet, and you look very closely at the stone, and you can't find any traps. Well, you guys walk down the stairs, and the light is coming from a hallway at the end of the stairs. And as you step into, before you even step into that hallway, you can hear whimpering and crying from many people. Well, for what? Oh god, I think I scared him for life. Well, you don't find any. Alright. Well, uh, you walk towards the door, and as you walk through, you come into a hallway, and on both sides of the hallway are cages. And inside the cages, people are chained down. They are like their hands are chained to the ceiling, and their feet are chained to the ground. And you see behind them there is a fire burning, and over the fire, out of the wall reaches a piece of metal, like a metal stick with a plate at the front with a symbol. And you assume that that is what has been pushed forward by you pulling the levers. because you can see at the bottom of the cages, you can see numbers. You can see numbers 1 through 9, only missing number 5. Well, the first cage, you see an old man, tears and snot running down his face, and just shaking and quivering, and you can see smoke coming up from his back. Oh, you're gonna hate me much more. You're gonna hate me much more when this is over. Well, the first cage on the right is a young woman, but she seems unharmed, though also crying in fear. That is cage number 2. On the left again is cage number 3, and a young woman of maybe 20 years of age is she seems to be unconscious. Her eyes have rolled up in her head, and well, you also see smoke rising from her back. On the right again is 4, a young child, however she is also unharmed. On the left again is number 6, since number 5 isn't anywhere, and it is actually an empty cage. However, on the right is a young boy, maybe 10 years of age, and he is shaking violently and crying like crazy. And you remember, you pulled number 7. Alright, I'm gonna make this a bit quicker. Number 8 and number 9 are both inmates seem to be okay. However, like, they are scared shitless. The cages have pretty thick iron bars. However, they have doors in the back of the cages, like on the other side of where you're standing. It is just an S. Suffering. Do you have anything to douse the fire? Well, here's the thing, like, it is the bars of the cage, then comes the inmate, then behind him comes the fire. So how are you even gonna reach that? Like, it's not like, no, here's what I mean, like, by cage I may have said it wrong. It's more like a prison cell. Like, all in front of you from the very left to the very right is all just bars, and the walls in between the cells. Like, you can't go behind the cells or anything. Yeah, sorry, yeah, my English, sorry. Well, you can try, but what do you want to do? Okay then. Well, what about you two? Well, can you basically shoot water out of your hands, or is it just creating water? Well, there is a bucket standing around in the hallway. You could fill that. Yeah, you throw you fill the bucket with water, and you just chuck the water at the people that have been burned. And here's the thing, like, the old man seems to be appreciating it. The woman that was unconscious, however, you wake her up and she's in pain again, and she starts to scream violently. And the little kid, well, dude, she still has been burnt. Yeah, no, dude, she has gotten a heated metal plate stamped into her back. That is pain that doesn't just go away. Even if it goes numb, it still hurts. Well, but she just woke up. She went from zero pain to the full pain again within a second. And what did you say? I couldn't understand you. Yeah, well, they are all still alive. And uh, the little boy seems to snap out of it. Like he was having a fit. He was just shaking, and now he's just hanging there crying. However, as you say those words, some of the people immediately start to nod and to, uh, like they don't seem to be able to speak. And as some of them open their mouths to try, you see that their tongues have been cut out. Well, I asked I asked you guys if you would be okay if I went a bit more serious with this session, and you said you'd be okay with that. Well, well, you have to take the consequences of your actions. Yeah, you know why I went for a little boy? Because it was the third time that you just pulled a random lever. I had to make you stop somehow. Otherwise, you would have tortured all of them. Exactly. Yeah, Erivor, what did you try to say? No, you said you were telling the inmate something. The the prisoners. You wanted to say something to the prisoners, but I couldn't hear you. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, they seem some seem a bit more relaxed now. Others just aren't hearing any of it. However, um, well, you can see at the end of the hallway a door, and light is shining through beneath it. Okay, dude. You don't see anything. Yeah, you're sounding better again. Well, you open the door, and what you can see from outside the door is just a long way of stone, and it seems to be a very large room. However, you can only see one side of it, And you see stairs to the right going down, and you see levers in front of you on the floor. Uh, by the way, Erivor, can you maybe just hold the microphone in front of both of you, because um, like it might work a bit better than just having it lie on the table. Yeah, that sounds better. Alright, do you walk in or what do you do? Well, you walk in through the door, and this is what you see. The information that is under the cages is just so I don't have to explain every single person. Well, I will maybe explain some of them. However, you see 10 levers on the left side, and you see 10 cages in front of you. In the lower part, you are on an elevated position, and there are stairs down. And down there are those cages with 10 people, and they seem to be, they are also, their feet are chained to the ground, but their arms are chained to cogs that are above the cages, which have chains running to each side of the room. Yeah. Well, on the other side, there is another elevated position, and what you see there kind of shocks you. You see in the same kind of cages the little girl, the woman from the tavern that saved your ass, and Eevan. Also in those cages, and by the way, everyone is gagged, like they have something strapped around their mouth so they can't talk. And you see something that is like basically uh, it seems to be something for protection against arrows. A board with holes in it to look through, and you see a face looking through one of the holes, and you recognize it. It is Savoris. The Well, well, what do we have here? Well, I was expecting you to come. I actually expected you a bit earlier. I heard. So I see. Well, the screams. Well, as you walk towards the stairs, Savoris says, "I wouldn't do that. I have 3 levers over here, and if you take one step down these stairs, I will pull them. And you don't want to know what happens next." And he reaches out one of his arms through the hole and points towards the cages to the right of him. Well, I have a little game for you, if you would care to play. Yes, you see, up here I have 3 people you know, 3 people you like, and down there are 10 people you don't know. Pull 5 levers, and I will let the 3 of these 3 go. You only have my word. However, I have a little, I have a little hourglass here. You have 3 minutes to decide. And now all of you need to be quiet for a second. This is the point where you can only talk in character, and you will have to make this decision. You have the information that is written under the cages to see who they are, and if you take, as he said, if you take a step towards him, he's probably gonna pull those levers, and the timer starts. The timer starts in 3, 2, 1. He flips the hourglass. Well, what lever are you pulling? Well, wait. You pull the lever of the 50-year-old woman, or a 50-year-old man, or which one? Yes, there is 50 years M, that is man. Yeah. Well, he has his eyes closed and he seems to be expecting it. And as you pull the lever, the chain on his cock starts to pull, and the cock starts to spin in circles. And as his feet are fastened to the ground, he starts to twist, and you can hear cracks as first his shoulders give away. And it keeps going, and it seems to slow down and almost come to a halt before he rips through. And his upper body is just dangling there. By the way, half time is up. Well, as you pull the lever, yeah, just say yeah. No, I am always pausing when I describe it. I'm just saying, as you pull the lever, he opens his eyes just before it happens, and that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, he seems to be expecting it. One more to go, 15 more seconds. Well, she doesn't make a sound as it happens, and it is over, and the people in the other cages are trying to scream and are shaking in terror, and you hear a clap from behind the wall there, and Savory steps out and goes, nice show, nice show. Didn't think you'd have it in you. Yep. Well, you can try. Wait, it's time to roll for initiative. Yeah, you don't see any traps. if I give a shit. Well, I wanted to try something new. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. Well, Fxer, if they wouldn't have pulled any levers, he would have pulled the levers, and well, I think KidSpoiler wouldn't be happy. Neither would I think Diane, since the little girl would have been gone as well. I know. Alright, can you tell me the different initiatives? Okay. Rex? What? Well, yeah, you can set yourself up, but stay behind this line. You wouldn't have gotten any further. Alright, it is his turn first. And all he does is he walks down the stairs and spreads his arms and goes, well, give it your best shot. Yeah, they are actually hanging, like they are not standing on the ground. You hit. You Posh jumps at his side and bites him in the waist and does 4 points of damage. Yeah, you hit. Your arrow flies through the air and hits him in the neck, and he gargles, but it doesn't seem to be fatal. Yeah, I guess so. By the way, he is blooded. It's Diane's turn. You try to stab for him, but you only you stab him, but you realize you only hit his cloak that he was wearing around him. And Blackeye. Yeah, but it will be separately. You have to. I'm gonna tell you. You have to get. All right. Yeah, but what are you attacking with? Oh, and I crashed. Wait. Give me a second here. I crashed. All right. What? 13. Yes, you actually hit. Nope. If you stood next to Posh, then it would be flanking, or next to Diane. But the way you're standing right now doesn't count. For some reason, I don't understand why. No, he saw you coming. Like he's looking your direction. Well, you slice across his chest with the cutlass, and he is in pain. That that would be an attack, which would be a standard action. Like if you do anything to harm somebody, like that would be attack. Well, it is Savoris's turn, and he smiles. Nope. What he likes is that you are all standing around him. This is the range of his area of attack. Natural 20. Ooh. Well, let's re-roll that. Yeah. Well, the re-roll is 14. Who would that hit of the three of you? Oh, Diane. Okay. All right, Diane. You will take double this damage. Yes. However, he just raises one of his hands and clenches it into a fist, and fire billows out from under his feet in all directions and hits all of you. Huh? It is just a wall of fire just dashing through you. However, Blackeye and Posh each take 1 point of damage, and Diane takes 2 points of damage, but you are on fire. It is Posh's turn. Wait, what? Well, it is magical fire. It attaches. Wait, did you add the flanking bonus? Well, in that case, the first attack hits. Exactly. 6 damage even. Yeah, your cat mauls him. She jumps on him and she starts to pull on his, bite in his flesh and scratch him and everything. Well, let me put it this way: he dies a painful death. Yeah. Also, since Posh's turn has now ended, she takes one more fire damage. Actually, yeah, do a survival check. Let's see if you can do it right. No, here's the thing. Usually somebody would have to Like either it holds for a certain amount of rounds or somebody would have to help you. But since it makes sense, I'm gonna let you do a survival check. Yeah, you roll on the floor and manage to put out the flames. All right, also do a survival. Oh shit, my thing crashed again. By the way, yeah, by the way, you're lucky you didn't kill the fat one. You know what I meant by fat? Pregnant. Because she was fat, yeah. But I expected, like, if KidSpoiler was here, I would have expected him to probably go for her. So, exactly. I wouldn't have been too detailed about it. Yeah, don't worry. Oh yeah, actually I forgot. No, I forgot to do that. Let's just say, uh, over here there are a few levers that seem to let the cages down. Like you see that the chain that is attached to the levers, uh, where I put the thing, up top, on the top left. Well, don't you want to go for to your friends first? Well, Eevan doesn't seem to give a shit. He's just hanging there, whipping his head. He's just whipping his head back and forth. Leanna seems to be like, she is shocked, and Arvina, the little girl, is crying. Well, you see that these cages are actually standing on the ground, and you see that the doors are not locked; they are just chained in there. Well, their cages come down; the doors aren't locked. No, they are chained. They are basically like, the chains are so. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, Savoris had the key on him to the chains. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you meant for the, like, for letting down. And was like, wait, what? How would the key do that? But yeah, I forgot about the chains. Sorry. Well, they at the second they can move, they run out the way you came down. Yep. Sorry, Diane, I can't hear. Well, as you open her chains, do a reflex save. Yeah, wait a second. Let her just do a reflex save real quick. as you open her chains, she immediately starts to run out, and you manage to grab her before she runs past you, and she's stretching her arms out to this cage and is shouting, "Mommy, mommy!" to this cage. Well, you open her cage and free her of her shackles, and she just falls on her knees and looks down on the ground. Well, he hops he hops out of his cage, looks at all of you, and then just goes, "I could go for a beer right now," and he just starts hopping out. Okay. I don't I don't actually know KidSpoiler's reflex. No, I'm gonna give him a. All right. Well, 14. He doesn't roll high enough, and you slap him in the face and roll for damage. Yeah, it's just a 1d3 plus your strength. Oh, well, you hit him over the head, and he just goes, "Ow!" Yeah, like here's the thing. I don't want to keep role playing him because I can't make decisions for Kid Spoiler. So he's just gonna go back to the tavern where you met the resistance. Well, he was already down there by then, but yeah, you heard a wee when he fell down into the thing in the first place. Well, Leanna seems to have calmed down a bit. She steps out of her cage and goes, "Why? Why would you do such a thing?" Well, as you say this, Leanna just looks on the floor again and says, "I will help you. I have The government here is fucked up, the people are fucked up, and the resistance is even more fucked up. They have betrayed us. We need to get this over with. This city is doomed either way. By the way, Diane, the little girl is just lying in your arms crying like crazy. Well, she seems to calm down a little, and like, are you carrying her, or are you just like holding her on the ground? Okay. She seems to cry herself to sleep. Fxer, can you please not write to me in Skype while we're playing? Like, I'm recording and then it's always like boop up, boop up. Well, uh, wait, have you listened to Erivor? Well, here's the thing, like, you didn't see the way to the doors behind the cages from up there, so like there must be another way there. Well, the pathway, imagine it like this, wait, I'm gonna make a quick drawing here. Like, this is, like, let's say this is the path, and here are these are the cages, and the doors are back here, and you came through here, so there must be another way to back here, which you didn't see from up there, so it's probably somewhere else, and you see a door there. Yes, you did. I told you that you see the doors in the back of the cages. Well, as you open the door... Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you want to do this now? Every single room you walk into. God damn it, I should have never... you don't see anything. Well, as you open the door, within it you see some kind of laboratory. And you guess that it's probably where Savoris was testing on the infected, on the diseased. And you see many chemical instruments. Do a perception roll. Yeah, all of you. Well, but natural 20 is always the best. Well, oh, yeah, shit. Well, all of you see that there isn't much of worth in here, although some of the flasks that are standing on the table could be useful, because two of them are alchemist fire, and one of them is a pretty decent acid. Wait, what about the others? Two alchemist fire, one acid. Alright, by the way guys, you get, for the RPing of this situation and for the killing Savoris, you get 150 XP each. you are about, let's say, a third of the way there. However, you had a lot of detours. Yes, there are indeed. One to the left and one to the right. Well, as you go through the right one, you get behind the right column of cells. Jesus Christ, why? The doors are not locked. Well, I'm not gonna go through everyone in detail. However, yeah, you open all the ones on the right side, of which one is the woman that has been burned, and she seems to have like she walks out immediately. However, she is limping in pain, and the little boy is on that side as well, and he just sits down and is still crying. However, well, also seems extremely malnourished, and you don't know how long he will make it. 10 XP for everyone. And well, the boy takes it and starts munching away, but he keeps sitting there. But since the doors are open and everything, you think that you can probably just leave him there. Well, do you do the same for the left side? Yeah, we won't have to go through that in detail. You just do the same, and well, the old man, he is like he was weak to begin with, and he seems to not be awake. However, he is alive. He's just unconscious. All right. Okay. Yeah, they do. Congratulations, guys. You killed 5 innocent people and tortured 3 of them. However, you saved 3 people. Oh wait, that's not a good trade-off. No, no. Here's the thing. Like, there is no right answer to this kind of thing, but that is why I wanted to try it. I wanted to see how you react in a situation like this. And, well, I don't know. Was it going too far, or was it okay? Okay, yeah. I just wanted, like, well, here's the thing. Like, this campaign has so far mostly been silly, and I just wanted to try a bit of more serious thing because KidSpoiler's campaigns are also silly. Well, yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I wanted to try to get you a bit emotionally invested in what's going on, but I think I took it a bit too far. Alright, so tell me, what do you exactly do with him? Yeah, somebody should probably still be. Well, she is asleep though. Leanna joins in, and she doesn't have a weapon with her. She just smashes the chair that is behind the arrow shield, and takes a broken piece of wood as a stake and rams it into his heart. Yeah, I don't think anybody can really fix him back together. Sorry guys. Yeah, you go back upstairs, and by the time you go through the uh, path with the cages, the little boy has apparently is also on his way out since he's not anymore in his cage. And well, you make it past the traps. Don't worry about that. No more perception rolls. And as you step out of the building, as you step out of the building, you notice you can barely breathe, and the reason for that is there is smoke everywhere, and it seems half the city is on fire. Uh, Blackeye, you hear something in your head. That wasn't our doing, but we're okay with this. No, no, he like Obutai told him to burn the city, and the city is now burning. So, well, you now hear a voice in your head, and it's Obutai's voice, and he goes, "You didn't do shit." Uh, no, you don't have it. Here's the thing, like, I'm gonna tell you this out of character. Like, Erivor got the +1 to strength, and Diane now got the +1 to intelligence through the disease. Like, everybody will get a +1 to one of the ability scores through something that happens, but not the same thing to two people. Give me a second here, guys. Alright, you're standing in front of the old town hall in the ruined uh, quarantine district. No, unfortunately not. I couldn't find anything good. Like, if you type in like something like post-apocalyptic, it's always modern cities. Like, you can't really find any good pictures. it's not like the it's one huge flame engulfing the entire city, but a lot of buildings are burning and there's fire everywhere. Like you see, like most of the buildings are still standing, but there's smoke and flames coming from everywhere and screams and everything. However, yeah. What did you say? Something like that, though. Yeah, that's the thing. Like those are also mostly modern buildings, but yeah, it's a good picture for imagining it. However, I won't drag it into the Roll20 thing because I'm actually getting close to my upload limit. Well, there probably still are some, but where do you want to look? Like this city is pretty big. All right, you can do one. No, you walk around for a bit and you don't find any. However, what you do find is a really confused and kinda drunk Ceres stumbling through the rubbles and looking around him, not realizing what's going on. Nope. He doesn't have a bottle. He looks at you and goes, I should ask you. I go to the castle for one evening. I go drink something. I fall asleep, and the next day I wake up, and the entire city is burning. What the hell? We were only here for one day. How did you make? How did you fuck things up so bad? He looks at you. Then he looks kind of away, like he's thinking to himself, and then he just nods and says, "Sounds right." By the way, you realize Leyana hasn't come with you. She seems to have gone off in a different direction. Yeah. And I will just assume that Eevan, you will just meet Eevan once you leave the city completely. Probably, yes. Yeah, it is in one of the burning pieces of the city. Well, you still have to make your way. You still have to make your way out of the city. Maybe you will find some on the way. All right, roll a perception. You don't find any taverns. However, yeah, Sirius is walking with you, and yeah, Erivor and Diane, is there something you still want to do, or do you want to leave the burning city? Uh, Here's the thing: stables are pretty much the best burning thing in the entire city. So, you think you'd most likely find some outside of the city, like on the outskirts. Yes, you can see the castle, and there is smoke coming from the castle as well. But the castle is kind of on a elevated position. It's a bit higher up, and you can see a lot of people there. It is pretty far away, but what you do see is people that seem to be kind of floating under bars of wood. Let me be a bit more exact here. Uh, it is just too far away to see the rope. No, they hanged them. No, you don't know who is hanging there. Well, as you keep coming closer, you see there is an entire mob of people around the castle, and they are cheering and shouting and screaming. And as you come close enough to see the people that are hanging, you see one of them is wearing a crown, and they're wearing like nobleman's clothes. And you see people getting dragged, and not noble people, but just random people getting dragged up on the scaffolds and beheaded. And Erivor is standing up there, and he's shouting to the crowd, and what he is basically shouting is, get rid of all the non-infected. Just so you know, just so you know, there is about 200 people there, all of them having the glowing sign. If you don't know. Erivor, you hear that voice in your head again, and it goes, you know, those people are standing fairly close to each other, and you do have something that would help to get rid of at least some of them. Yes. Well, they are concentrated on what's going on the scaffold. Uh, well, the alchemist fire. I'd actually have to look up the rules here, but I think it spreads in a radius of about 3 meters. Uh, they are pretty dense. Like, imagine imagine the front row of a concert, of a really popular concert. That dense. Yeah. I would guess around 15 actually. And here's the thing: they are all standing densely close together. And alchemist fire is a liquid that burns. And if you touch somebody with that part of you that burns, the liquid gets transferred over to them. Not necessarily, but it can at least spread quite a bit. You hear the voice in your head again that goes, pretty much. Yep. Well, the decision is up to you. Acid has, I think, only spreads for to all the tiles around it, which would mean in each direction 45 centimeters. Or no, no, wait, what am I talking about? No, in each direction 7.5 feet, which would be also around 3 meters. Yes. By the way, while you are babbling on, you can hear Erivor shout, "Today we will rid this city of the non-infected, and tomorrow the world." How far can you shoot? How far can you shoot? No, he's not on top of the castle. He's like on a scaffold, like where they hang people. He's standing up there, which is in front of the castle. It is about 60 feet away from you. Oh, nice. I don't think you can throw something for 60 feet. Be a bit creative. There is a way that you can easily make this happen. Give me a second, guys. Ja, ich schaue, dass ich leise bin. Ja, ja, mach ich. Ja, ja. Mhm. Ja. Also, tschüss. Sorry guys, I was AFK for a second. Yeah, you cannot attach a bottle to an arrow, but you can pull some liquid on it. Yep. Like you don't even need to hit him directly. Yep. You're standing behind the crowd. Alright, and just really quick, do just a basic attack, basic range attack. Yeah. No, to hit the scaffolding. Yeah, that is high enough. You shoot the burning arrow towards the scaffolding, and it hits it on the area where Hilvor is standing, and because alchemist fire is a gooey substance, it flies off the arrow and lands on the scaffolding, and the whole scaffolding starts to catch fire. And a few seconds, and a bit of a panic breaks out, and uh, the thing is, Erivor doesn't catch on fire yet, and he jumps down into the crowd. How far? Like, do you want to throw it far away from you? Well, you throw the bottle and it shatters on one person's head, and since alchemist fire gets set off by impact, if it's in the bottle, uh, well, green fire starts spreading all over the place, and the people start screaming and running into each other, and they basically pass on the liquid to each other, and it doesn't take long until there's at least 100 people burning. Well, just so you know, people aren't stupid. They see where the bottles were coming, where the bottle and the arrow were coming from. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, some people see you and start running your direction, but since people are running in all directions, the other people aren't realizing that they're following the perpetrators. So you only have like five very weak guys running after you who have barely eaten in the last few months. So you easily get away from them. Yeah. Well, you reach the edge of town, and while you're running, Sirius is like, "Would you care to explain what that was about?" Yeah, that's true. I tried it as well. No, he just starts laughing and goes, "Ah, don't worry about it." Well, yeah, you reach the edge of the city, and I would actually say maybe we should end it here for today, if you guys are okay with that. Yeah, and also I am having fever. I need to calm down a bit. Thanks. I will, I will. Uh, Fxer, I am really like, I dragged this on for as long as I could handle it. I have a fever. I am not doing well. I think I'm gonna lie down after this. But uh, here's the thing, Fixer. You are here too rarely. Like, uh, like the others want to play the campaign more often. At least Blackeye and Erivor want to play the campaign more often. And like, uh, it's kind of a problem for us to only play on weekends, especially since weekends is the only time where I can see my real life friends. So yeah, we well, here's what we can do. Like, I think, like I have only recently started DMing. I think in 2 more months I will be maybe advanced enough to lead 2 campaigns. So maybe we can start a second campaign that we only play when you're around. You can actually just change the name and take him over to the other campaign if you want to. By the way, I just want to say some people are geniuses. You see those on the picture that on the map that is currently on the screen. You see those stairs, right? How do you think those stairs are made? Yep, it's just shadows, nothing more. Like if I would pull this over a white, wait, let me uh, delete. This is all it is, and it looks really amazing if you put it over a background. Uh, no, no, no. I found this. Like I calling the person that made this a genius. Like it. Yeah, but still, like whoever thought this up is, yeah, yep. I'm not gonna give you like 100 XP per. No, what you do is you do get uh, let's say another 150 XP. Or actually, how much is it still till level 3? Okay, you won't get that much. You will get 200 XP each. Okay, yeah, yeah, 207 then. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of your XPs. Nightstep, how would you know? Yeah, let's go with 2,500. Oh shit, maybe I should stop the recording.